We hear a lot about the challenges surrounding homelessness, right? But sometimes specific situations really bring it home.
Hmm.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into something happening right here in Boston. It involves food activists, folks just trying to help feed the homeless population.
Yeah, and they run into some pretty serious opposition, apparently. We actually have a first-hand account from one of the activists involved.
Oh, interesting. So, what's the story there? What kind of opposition are we talking about?
Well, the core of it seems to be the city, maybe the mayor's office, and definitely the police telling these activists to stop.
Stop feeding people. Why?
The stated reason, according to the police officers who spoke to this activist, is concern about attracting homeless individuals to really high-traffic tourist areas. We're talking Park Street, Brewer's Fountain.
Ah, okay. So the worry is it scares tourists away. That's the claim.
That's essentially the message they seem to be getting, that helping people there, like on Washington Street near the Common, is bad for the tourist experience, which is, a particular framing of the issue.
It really is. And it's not just talk, is it? I heard there were actual consequences.
Right. This activist, they got hit with a $90 parking ticket and then a $55 citation later in the mail.
Wow. And they think this is directly because of the food sharing.
They absolutely believe it's connected,
Mm.
especially because the police officers, when they first warned them, apparently mentioned they were working with the mayor's office on this.
Working with the mayor's office, that suggests it's not just like a couple of beat cops making a decision.
Exactly. It points towards something more coordinated, maybe.
Mm.
The activist also mentioned a neighborhood liaison being involved at some point.
Which is usually a link between the community and City Hall, right?
So it seems to reinforce that city-level connection, and it gets, well, more concerning.
How so?
There are also claims that it's not just about the activists. The police are allegedly harassing homeless people downtown, too.
Harassing them.
Yeah, like trying to chase them out of the area, push them towards shelters that the activists described as unsafe.
That's that's really troubling. So you have people trying to provide a basic need, food, getting penalized,
Right.
and the people they're trying to help are potentially being pressured into, well, unsafe situations. It really raises questions, doesn't
It
it?
definitely does. Like, how does a city balance everything? Tourism is important, sure, but what about basic human needs and compassion?
And what about community groups trying to fill a gap? If they're discouraged, what's the alternative being offered? Is the focus really on helping people or just optics?
That's the core tension, I think, and it leads directly into what this activist wants people to do.
Okay, so there's a call to action here.
Yes, a very specific one. They're asking people who care about this, people listening right now, to actually call Boston City Council.
Call the council. What's the number?
It's 617-635-3040.
Okay, 617-635-3040. And what should people say?
The request is pretty direct. Ask to speak with the city council president. And just inquire about this situation, ask about potential solutions, basically show support for the activists and the homeless people affected.
So it's about making voices heard at the city government level, letting them know people are aware and concerned.
Precisely. It's using that channel to maybe push for a different approach or at least get some answers about what's really going on and why.
Okay, let's just quickly recap then. We have food activists in Boston trying to feed homeless individuals near tourist spots like Park Street.
Hmm.
They're reportedly being told to stop by police, who mention working with the mayor's office, citing concerns about tourism.
Right. And these activists have received fines, they feel harassed, and they claim the police are also pressuring the homeless folks.
And the direct action they're asking for is for people to call Boston City Council. That number again is 617-635-3041. Ask for the council president and inquire about solutions.
Yeah, stand up for the activists and the homeless population they're trying to serve.
It certainly gives you something to think about, doesn't it?
Definitely. It really makes you consider, in these complex urban environments, what's the real value we place on community-led efforts versus, say, economic interests like tourism? And who gets to decide?